Welcome back to Gomer Games Tips. I'm Gomer. Alright, the last video we covered districts, just the vanilla districts. So what we're going to do today, we are going to cover Park Life. And Park Life is a great DLC, and it allows you to create a number of different parks and things. We've got the first thing is a city park. That would be kind of a larger city park that you'd find in New York City or in Paris, Chicago, with attractions in their theaters and outdoor theaters and maybe botanical gardens and things like that. Not just the run-of-the-mill small neighborhood park. These are gigantic parks, is what they're designed. But you could also just create small little parks with playgrounds and stuff. Also, you could do that. But I think that was the general idea, was to create these gigantic parks because you could charge your residents, your citizens, to come into the park. So I think that's the part, the main method behind it. Obviously, we'll click on this. You have all these different things. Most of these come with Park Life. There's a few things that are that I've downloaded. Ignore these right here, but the rest of this comes with Park Life that you can. We'll go through that here in a minute. And then you have the amusement park, which is kind of self-explanatory. Create an amusement park, and it has a bunch of different rides, a Ferris wheel, roller coaster, a pendulum ride, one of those like ships or something that swings back and forth. We've got like a drop tower, and there's a couple other things in here too, a haunted house, some small like amusement park rides, and obviously the games. You've got a carousel and that type of thing. So you've got a few different options there you can work with. The next thing, now there is a zoo that you can download, or excuse me, that comes with the, I believe that is with the vanilla game. Yes. Where is that at? Well, maybe. But I know there was another zoo that you can have, that you just plop down like a standard park, like one of these parks that come with the vanilla game. But this is a actual district that you create, and there's a lot of different things that you can do with this. This is kind of fun. You have a monkey palace. You have rhinos, lion enclosure. You have giraffes. You have a sea life enclosure, which actually shows the sea life. You have elephant enclosure and flamingo. Yeah, reptiles and amphibians and insects. A bunch of different things here. Bison. And then obviously you have some, there's the antelope and bird and moose and reindeer. Yeah, there's a bunch of different things here that you can do, but they all have also other things, plazas and cafes and stuff that you can add to those. And then the last one is the nature reserve, and this is kind of like creating like a national park, sort of. What we find in the United States, where they just block off some land and create some trails for people to walk on, and places for people to camp, to enjoy the outdoors. But that's the last one that you can do. Now I'm just going to set up a city park here, but they all work the same. There really isn't. The only difference is the zoo, the sea life. You have to have. It has to be on the coast. or you have to have a body of water. Other than that, all the rest of these work exactly the same as the park. There really isn't any other difference. There is some piers and stuff that you can have in a park that obviously needs to be on the body of water. And I think maybe now that I say that, there is some fishing. There might be some fishing piers. Yeah, fishing piers in the nature preserve. So those need to be on body of waters. But you place those just like you do the ferries, the ferry stops and everything. You just basically just find a body of water and you just plop it right next and it won't go anywhere else. This isn't turning green right now because it shows it's not in a district. So what you do, the last video we went over the vanilla districts on how to draw districts. This one, instead of the vanilla districts, we just switch over to paint a park area. And you do that for all those different parks. Everything's exactly the same, it's all park area. So what I want to do, I want to create a city park right here in this area. I'm actually going to go ahead and run it to the shore so you can see those piers on how that works. And we're just going to create that just like that. And then, okay, you're all set. Now, in order to activate or kind of turn this into the park, and so that way the game knows what type of park it is, you have to place these first buildings here, the main gates. And you have to have a main gate in each one in order for the game to realize what type of park you're having. Now you do have smaller gates. This is another small main gate, and then this you have side gates. And same thing on all of these. You have a main gate here, and then a small main gate, and then a side gate. And then I think oh, it does have a, okay, I couldn't remember having a smaller, but it does have a smaller main gate. But you do have to place this main gate before it will activate any of these. And that's the same with all these. So I'm going to go ahead and put this main gate like right here. So now the game knows that this is going to be a city park. So it knows what type of park it's going to be. So I'm just going to draw some lines or some walking paths in here. Just very casual, just very really fancy. Well, there is a method to my madness here. So I'm going to take a second main gate and put it. Oh, I guess you could have two different size main gates. Okay. So you have to have one or the other. You can't have both. So yeah, because I knew it wouldn't let you make it. So you can't use. So I guess if you are wanting like a smaller main gate, something that's not as elaborate as the big, huge spectacle of a gate, yeah, you can have that set up. But you can also set these secondary gates, which is what I was going to do here, and put one there. And oh, our zone doesn't go all the way over there. We'll need to fix that. Go to the small tool, and we will put that right there. There. Alright, and then go back in, and we will grab that small gate. Put that small gate right there. And obviously we're kind of doing this not with any sort of rhyme or reason, or definitely without taking any time to make it aesthetically pleasing. Just kind of flopping stuff down so you can see. Okay, so now the next thing you want to do is you want to take your fence. Each one of them has a fence amusement park fence, a zoo fence, and a nature preserve fence. You want to take your fence and you want to encircle the entire park, whatever it may be. Here I'm going to draw this and connect it to the secondary entrance here, way over to here, and connect it to the secondary entrance there, and all the way down. Say we'll connect this like right there, connect it. So the park is completely enclosed now. So the only way you can get in is through the gates, and that's it. So then you just start putting down your attractions. Before we do that, let's take a look at it. You pick on it just like you did the other districts, and what you're seeing here is the size of the park, what level it's at, number of visitors, entertainment value, which is what we're looking at. That's the number that we're looking at right now. Right now, there's nothing in the park. No landscaping, no attractions, no plazas, nothing, just walking paths. So there's no attraction whatsoever. And then this is kind of a scale on the maintenance. So obviously, the more you put in, the higher the maintenance, which is essentially higher your expenses goes. Uh, uh, that's basically what it comes down to. And then this is your ticket price for the parks. Depending on, like right now, we're making $4,200 a week. So let's just make this. Let's just make it $1. Make it $1 to enter the park, enter the city park. And then obviously you can go up here and name it whatever you want. And then there's different policies for the parks here. I believe these are all the same policies regardless of what park you have. Obviously, you want to recycle garbage, animal ethics, even though we don't have animals in this park. We want that, obviously. Main park entrance. Oh, this classifies this park as your main city park, your main park in your city. So all the advertising and everything will focus on this park. And then that ups the advertising, but it is $200 a week for advertising the park. And a fine for fireworks, and then you got to turn around and you have another one that has fireworks that the park does, and then night tours. Basically, the park stays open at night, and you have even more fun, which this one is, let's see, I guess it's just more fun than usual is what it said. I'm not sure what that does, but it does cost. You can read on those individual policies there. But what we're going to do, we are going to plop down, say we'll plop down, this is a plaza. So we're going to put this right next to the main gate. And then we're going to put a cafe right by the cafe. We put some restrooms, put those down here a little ways, and then we have booth information booth, so we'll put that, we'll almost put that right across the fence. We'll put that on the path right there, right as you walk in the front of the park. Now, the gazebos, you can kind of place those around different areas here. Everything adds to the value. This is a trampoline park, and then obviously everything that you add adds value to the park itself. And then we'll take a look at that value. And that, even just without doing any sort of landscape or anything, just adding that. Let's take a look at the value and see what it does when we activate it here. Right, that didn't take long. Yeah, so just by adding that little bit right there, which is actually, that's quite a bit for a park. I mean, this is a small town of 3,800 people. So, they've got a park that has a cafe in it, a trampoline park, and or a uh, trampoline park, and a couple of gazebos and everything. This is a gigantic park for a 3,800 person town, but the entertainment level is already at 548. You only need 220 to get to level 2. So once 500 people visit the park, it automatically jumps to level 2. And then obviously you can raise your ticket prices then. Um, see here. Oh, I'm sorry, I was reading this wrong. This is the attractiveness level here is 600. Um, let's add a couple more things here. Okay, no, I was reading that correctly. Yeah, it jumped to 768. So yeah, this is your entertainment value. That's the level you want to watch, because you want to make sure this number is always greater than this number, and that means that you will eventually level up. It's just a matter of getting people to visit your park. So obviously your ticket prices affect that too. So if you set it at $20, that number is gonna you're gonna get to 500 slower than if you had it set at $1 or $5 or whatever. But considering that its attractive level is 600, and this is a small town, you're probably gonna have a lot of people in there flocking to visit this park. Like I said, these parks all work the same, um, with the exception of those one items that we were talking about. They need coast, which I did actually extend this over to the coast just so it would turn green so you can look at it. Um, they need to be on the coast. But other than that, all the other items work exactly the same. You place a main gate down, either the small one or the large one, and then put your secondary gates in, and then just fence it off, and then that creates your park. And then just start adding things to add to the attractiveness of the park, and get things moving. And then you see right here on the it shows the policies that you have enacted here. So by changing that, it's just like the other districts. It changes the changes. You can see instantly what you got on there. And then I think the main park value. I think that by changing that, I think that drops this number. I guess I was wrong. It does not. All right. So that's the Park Life DLC. Like I said, there is plenty of videos out there that shows you how to make the individual parks and how you should do it. I just was wanting to do a quick video just to show you. It's a little bit longer than what I was anticipating, but just wanted to show you a quick video on what Park Life was and the advantage. You do make money once you have citizens passing through the park and visiting the park for entertainment. Um, you do make money. So say you had a commercial district over here and you have residents over here. If they walk through the park, you'll make that dollar. They'll pay those tickets in order to do that instead of walking all the way down this street and then walking all the way over. They will cut through the park. So now whether they will do that at like $20 a ticket, or I'm not sure if that influences it at all, because I don't really play the game that way. But some people use it as kind of a money maker. And if you put a residential area with a industry or a commercial area on this side, it's a source of income for your city to do that. But it also adds to your tourism, and you could throw some unique buildings around the area. So, like say well, you could use the London Eye there, which I'm not sure if that was part of the vanilla game or not. You have I think it's called a ziggurat, I think is how you pronounce it. I'm not sure what that came with, but it's kind of a pyramid garden looking thing. And I don't see that right now. Where is that at? Well, it's a pyramid. It's kind of it's a ziggurat, looks similar to a pyramid, but it's not really a pyramid. But you can place it next to like a city park or whatever, and that kind of looks cool. You can put any of these plazas down, any of this stuff in the unique buildings, and it brings in tourists. And obviously, if you're there next to your park, they'll visit your park and create an income source for you. Yeah, I don't know where that ziggurat is. Okay. Well, that's it for the video. If you have any questions, feel free to leave that. Any comments, suggestions, feel free to leave those too. Hit that like button for the video. Please share it with anybody you think would find it useful. And by all means, subscribe. We've got new content coming out all the time. I wouldn't necessarily say daily, but I'd say at least do a video at least once a week. Here lately, I've been doing these tip videos back to back, so they've been coming out every day, every couple of days. Just been dropping them as I do them, so that way I can get them out, get them to you as fast as possible. I am Gomer. This is Gomer Games. Thanks for your time, and we'll see you next time.